5:47 a.m. The alarm goes off. He doesn't move. Not because he's tired, but because getting up means choosing, and choosing means responsibility. His phone lights up before his purpose does. Layoffs, markets, bills. Another reminder that the world is moving, and he's not sure where he fits inside it. Outside, America is already awake. Traffic crawling. Warehouses loading. Servers humming in buildings he'll never enter. Inside the room, it's quiet. And in that quiet, the question returns. Not loud, not dramatic, just relentless. What exactly am I supposed to build my life around now? This isn't laziness. This isn't weakness. This is something else. Something quieter. Something more dangerous. Say it once, then remember it. This is not failure. It's drift. America keeps waiting for a breakdown that looks loud. Riots, anger, collapse on the evening news. But that's not what's happening. What's happening is absence. Men not applying. Men not committing. Men not building. Across the country, millions of men are disengaging, not in protest, but in silence. Most suicide deaths are men. Young men fall behind in school year after year. Working-age men leave the labor force and never fully return. But it doesn't feel like an emergency, because men don't collapse publicly. They fade privately. Not lazy, not broken, drifting. You already know them. The Ohio tradesman, 20 years on the line. Steel, heat, noise, purpose. Then the machines arrive. Automation, efficiency. He's thanked for his service and told to re-skill. 6 months later, the days have no edges. No start, no finish. The silence is louder than the factory ever was. Pain pills become routine. Routine becomes dependence. Another man becomes a statistic, forgotten forever. The Atlanta graduate, degree framed on the wall, debt compounding in the background, still sleeping in his childhood room. He scrolls at night, reads threads, watches debates, calls it preparation. He's not unmotivated. He's paralyzed by too many doors and no map that leads anywhere real. The California remote worker, high income, zero tribe. Meetings all day, Slack messages instead of voices, success on paper, emptiness everywhere else. Different zip codes, same outcome, disconnection. This is not failure, it's drift. Most men don't spiral because of trauma. They spiral because effort stops producing visible progress. No fixed wake-up time, no scoreboard, no one depending on them. So the nervous system adapts. Risk starts to feel stupid. Commitment feels dangerous. Energy turns inward. Dopamine fills the gap. Porn feeds. Betting apps. Endless entertainment engineered for idle men. This isn't a moral issue. It's an environmental one. Comfort didn't save him. It sedated him. Pressure without direction doesn't motivate. It collapses inward, quietly. Men were sold a deal. Work hard, be useful, build something real, earn respect, create meaning. That deal was never perfect, but it existed. Now it's fragmented. AI didn't just take jobs, it erased trajectories. And men are handed instructions that contradict each other. Be ambitious, but don't outshine. Be assertive, but don't intimidate. Be vulnerable, but never when it costs you status, income, or leverage. That isn't balance. That's paralysis. And men shut down when every move feels punishable, not weak, unanchored. Japan calls it hikikomori. Europe calls it extended adolescence. India calls it educated unemployment. America calls it freedom. But freedom without function rots men faster than oppression ever could. When men aren't needed, they don't revolt. They retreat. Not out of hatred, out of irrelevance. Men are not optimized for comfort. They are optimized for burden, a load to carry, a standard to meet, a reason to endure boredom, risk, and pain. Remove that, and motivation collapses. Anxiety rises. Shame replaces pride. Energy turns against itself. This isn't toxic masculinity. It's unused capacity. And unused capacity corrodes. I'll get my life together once I feel motivated. That sentence ruins men. Motivation does not lead action. Action creates motivation. Discipline isn't punishment. It's structure for a brain drowning in choice. No institution is coming to fix this. Not politics, not culture, not the same systems profiting from distraction and decay. But here's the better truth. You don't need permission to rebuild. You don't fix drift with insight. You fix it with friction. Not a reinvention, a reset. Rule 1. Rebuild the body. Same sleep time, lift heavy 3 times a week, walk daily. No debate, no optimization. Rule 2. 1 economic strike. Not a dream, a cash-linked move, a certification, a sales skill, a trade pivot, a side income. Momentum beats ideology. Rule 3. 1 man you answer to. Not endless talking. Accountability. Silence kills men. Contact saves them. 30 days. Not to win life, to stop bleeding. Masculinity isn't dominance. It's capacity. The ability to absorb pressure without disintegrating. To carry responsibility without applause. To repair what's broken, starting with yourself. Strong men don't announce it. They build. Quietly. You cannot shame men into participation. You cannot medicate purpose. You cannot lecture biology out of boys. If you want men engaged, give them responsibility, not contempt. Stop calling withdrawal progress. It's decay with better branding. If this made you uncomfortable, good. That means it touched something real. If it described your life, you're not broken. You're early. Don't share this everywhere. Share it with 1 man who's drifting. And remember this word: repair. Not rage, not escape. Repair. The future doesn't need louder men. It needs useful ones. And usefulness is built.